guys, welcome back to another video, or welcome to my channel if you've never seen my face before. My name is Emily. I post vlogs every Monday and other videos every Thursday, so if that sounds good to you and you'd like to see more, then please hit the subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so today's video is going to be a bit different. It's going to be a HelloFresh experience review video. I probably would have come up with a real title, but yeah, that's basically what it's going to be. So one of the YouTubers that I enjoy watching, Brogan Tate, posted a vlog and some of it was in collaboration with HelloFresh. So she had a discount code for 50% off your first box. So I used that, thank you very much to Brogan, not that she'll be watching, but really appreciate the discount because usually it's quite expensive. So for a student, a bit out of my price range, but I got my first box, I believe it was £17.59 or 99, so under £20. So I was like, do you know what, we'll give it a go, I've always wanted to try it. I've been put off by the price, but obviously I went for it because you're watching this video. So I'm going to talk through a bit about my experiences and then we're going to get in to the actual cooking of the boxes and the actual meals. So let's get on with the video. So first impressions, website really good, seemed easy to use. So I made an account and then I was browsing the different boxes. And what struck me immediately is that they don't do a box for one person. In Brogan's vlog, I believe her brother also was disappointed about this because he lives on his own, as do I at uni, and for people thinking, but you've got a boyfriend, can't you cook for you and your boyfriend? He's a very fussy eater. He doesn't eat vegetables apart from peas, and he's quite fussy. So basically something like this wouldn't be ideal for us as a couple because I'll eat everything, he'd just be picking stuff out. Like some of the meals I had, there was green beans, mushrooms, he just wouldn't eat any of that. So it's not ideal for us as a couple. If it works for you, then great. I think for HelloFresh you have to be the type of person that would eat a wide variety of foods because you don't get that much choice for each box. What I can see on my account, I have 6 choices of meals and I went for the rapid box because I'm a student, I don't have endless time to spend cooking, I need to do some work. So I went for the rapid box and I went for 2 people for 3 days. There is only me, but I did eat all the leftovers for my lunch and I had some with my housemate as well. So all the food got eaten, which was great. 3 meals that I got that you'll see later on in the video are Thai style pork stir fry, chicken laksa, which as you'll find out later I can't say, I keep saying Alaska, but it's laksa, and pan fried pork with sage and balsamic creamy lentils. The other choices were roasted aubergine with chickpeas, a chili, like a Mexican chili with rice, and then coconut chili chicken with sweet potato. So I definitely picked the ones that I thought suited me better, the ones that personally I fancied, and I tried, you know, because I can make chili at home, so I just thought I'd go for something a bit different, stuff that I'd never made before. So yeah, but I did think the options were good. I'm just not sure there's enough for the price. You'd kind of want anything. Like I don't know where I got this idea from, but I thought that they had like a big selection of recipes and you just picked each week, so you could get the same one if you wanted, or you could you'd even get the same 3 2 weeks in a row, you know. But it doesn't work like that. You probably know, I just don't know why I thought it did, but it doesn't work like that. You get, I believe it's 6 every week to choose from for the rapid box. I'm not sure about the other boxes, but yeah, it's 6 meals each week that you get to choose from. And I think they always have 1 veggie option and 1 long cook option. So with the rapid box they say that things can be ready in 20 minutes, but I'm looking at the weekly menu from the 5th of May here, and they've got 3 ready in 20-minute recipes that you can choose from, 4 ready in 20-minute recipes, sorry, 1 30-minute, and then 1 35-minute that's also vegetarian. So that's the choice anyway. So I wasn't blown away. I mean, for me, there's plenty of choice, but as I said before, my boyfriend's very fussy, so it would have to be a very well planned week for me to manage to get something that he'll eat as well, because I don't think he would have eaten any of the recipes I got this week. However, I did, so I'm going to be telling you all about them. But first, the price. So if I'm looking over there, it's because I've got my laptop, so I can just make sure that I'm giving you all the right information. Okay, so they have got the family box, which works as £4.50 per meal. It's per meal, not per person. So yeah, per meal for 4 people in this case. And you can get the classic box for £5.83 per meal, and that can be for 2, 3 or 4 people. The veggie box, which is £5.83 per meal, same as the classic box, and then the rapid box, which is also £5.83 per meal, which is the one that I got. And I got the rapid box that was for 2 people, 3 per week. It seems with the rapid box you can only have 3 a week, so you couldn't have like 5, but with the family box you can get 4 a week as the maximum and 3 as the minimum, and the classic box you can get that 5, between 3 and 5 recipes a week. So the rapid box you can get either for 2 or 4 people. As I mentioned earlier, there's nothing for 1 person, which is possibly a market that someone could corner, because I would pay you, like I would do that, that would be amazing. So as I said before, I got the rapid box, and the usual price of the rapid box is £34.99, and that is 3 different meals for 2 people. So if you think about it in the context of a weekly shop, I usually spend about £30 a week. I shop at Tesco's, and that is just for me, but that does breakfast, lunch and dinner for the whole week. And this is £34 just for 3 meals. I know I'd get double, so I'd had leftovers for lunch, but personally as a student I think that's quite expensive. Although the ingredients you get are good and they're fresh and they're like good quality, but I just think for me I wouldn't be able to afford to get that every week or even every two weeks. I think it's still quite pricey. I know it's gotta be, but at the same time I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's very reasonably priced, when personally I can't afford it. So I'm trying to be honest with you guys and give you my honest opinion if you were thinking of getting it. So for me it's not something I would be able to afford. I was lucky to get the discount code from Brogan's video, but if I hadn't have had that I probably would not be filming this video, because £35 for a video really. But yeah, it was discounted, so I did much enjoy the discount. So I'm now going to put in all the footage of me cooking and trying the meals and letting you know what I thought. I didn't put in every instruction and every clip of me cooking because it's quite hard, because I share a kitchen so people are in and out and it's a bit embarrassing filming you cooking. People are like, what are you doing? That's weird. So yeah, I'm now the weirdo who films herself cooking, which is great. I love that. Yeah, I didn't include all of that, but I got a few good clips, so yeah, let's get into that and I'll show you how easy they were to make and how nice they were to eat. So my HelloFresh delivery has just arrived and I'm so excited. So I'm just opening it up. It comes in this big box and it's hard to open apparently because I'm taking a while doing that. But yeah, it comes in a big huge box, quite heavy. You might need a hand bringing it in from the haul. I certainly did because it was very heavy. There's all this paperwork on top. I think that envelope was full of like vouchers for other websites, and then you get your recipe cards. So I got the Thai style pork stir fry, and the instructions are all on the back with pictures and the ingredients and nutritional information as well. and I got the chicken laksa. I probably mentioned the recipes I got at the start if you're interested, but yeah, all the recipe cards look pretty much the same. And then there's the pan-fried pork with lentils. So it all comes colour-coded, and the bags are colour-coded to the recipe cards, which I thought was a really good idea, and there's all my recipe cards neatly laid out there. And I'm just recycling the box because recycling is very important. And now we're on to make recipe 1, which was chicken laksa with noodles and baby corn. So I'm just collecting all the ingredients ready for that. So here are all the ingredients laid out. As you can see, there's not too many, so it's not too overwhelming. So I'm going to start cooking. So the first instruction is prep the veggies. So here I am just cutting up some veg, some baby corn, and some spring onions. I realised I cut them completely wrong and like wasted half the spring onions, but I do learn by the last recipe. I'm just not a very good spring onion chef, unfortunately. But now I'm just cutting some coriander, stalks and all it said, so I am indeed cutting up the stalks as well. And now some lemongrass, and it said to bash it with a pan, so that's literally what I'm doing. And then I'm adding some chicken thighs to the pan and I'm just browning them. So I'm just following all the instructions. So I am adding the pureed ginger, I think that was, and the curry paste, and I'm just stirring that all around. And that was the spring onions, I think, that just went in. And now I'm going to add the almond butter from the little squeezy packet, which is so satisfying. And now I'm just adding the coconut milk as well. And giving that a stir to make sure it's all mixed together and popping the lemongrass in too. Now I'm adding some water and I'm just going to pop in the... Oh, no, I'm not yet. Okay, now I'm just going to pop in the baby corn and the noodles as well, I believe. Yeah, there they go. So that is all the cooking done. It was really easy, surprisingly. So I'm just pouring that out into a big old bowl and spilling it everywhere by the looks of it, which isn't great. Good job, Emily. And then I'm just doing what all the fancy chefs do, and I'm topping it with some spring onion and some coriander. I feel like this is such an expectation versus reality, but it still did look really, really yummy. Hello guys, please excuse the terrible lighting and the no makeup. I've just had my dinner and I tried the first recipe, the chicken laksa. I've been saying that wrong literally since I ordered it. I keep wanting to say laska, but yeah, it wasn't working out. But yeah, the chicken laksa. You know, I'll put in a picture of the card anyway. But yeah, I've literally just finished eating that, and first impressions, I feel a bit sick. I'm not sure if it's, I can't blame the meal, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, everything was cooked properly. I don't know if it's because I'm not used to eating sort of creamier dishes, because it did have a lot of like coconut milk in it and then the almond butter. So I just find it very sickly. Really nice though, like the flavour of it was gorgeous, and I've eaten it all. The bowl is empty as you saw. I don't know, maybe the portion size was a bit bigger to what I'm used to having, and quite often for dinner I'll just have things like things that I can stick in the oven, like, I don't know, fish cakes or breaded fish, or like veggie sausages or something. So maybe it was just a bit creamy for me. That's what I'm gonna say. It's just maybe not for me, but I did really enjoy it. Like maybe I should have just stopped when I started feeling sick. Okay, bad move, but you know, if I've made a whole bowl, I'm gonna eat a whole bowl when I'm paying that much money for it, let's be honest. But yeah, the flavour was delicious. I suppose if you're used to eating like more creamy foods, you probably wouldn't feel sick, but I just found with like the almond butter and the coconut milk, it was quite sickly. Not, yeah, I don't know, just quite sickly anyway, personally. But it's all personal preference, I suppose. But yeah, did it take me 20 minutes to make? Yeah, I would say I probably made that in 20 minutes, which is what the card said, which is amazing, really. Was it easy? Yes, it was. Would I make it again? No, just because of personal preference. I'd make that for my friend who would absolutely love it because she loves that kind of thing, but I wouldn't make it for myself again. I will eat the other portion tomorrow because it's a 2-person box obviously and I live on my own. So I will eat the other portion tomorrow. Maybe I won't eat all of it, or maybe I'll split it into 2 because it was a lot. Also, I was reading the information on the card, and for the nutritional information, they've got a little table, and it says per portion, like 1,000 and something calories, but I'm not sure if that's like per, that must be like per portion, as in like what I just ate, but if it was, it's not worth it. That's like, I only try and have 1,500 in a day, and that was 1,000. Like, you'd have to starve yourself for the rest of the day. But I don't know, little things like it said to add oil and then fry the chicken thighs, but a lot of fat comes off chicken thighs, so I didn't add the oil. I just put the chicken thighs in the pan, and then when they were cooking and the fat all came out, I drained that. So maybe there will be less calories because I didn't add any oil. But I know coconut milk is high in calories, but does that seem off to anyone else? Because it's basically soup with noodles in it, and it was like supposedly over 1,000 calories. I don't know, am I being crazy? I just don't know, that just seems a lot. And I mean, I have a fairly good knowledge of calories. I'm a student dietitian, you know, so that just seems really odd to me. But yeah, I mean, for the calories, not worth it. For the money, yeah, I think I got some ingredients in there that I wouldn't usually buy, and I had the right amounts of everything. Bit too much coriander for my liking, but again, that's personal preference. Really good portion size. If anything, too big for me. Shouldn't have eaten it all. So yeah, not really the best review, but yeah, at the end of the day, it was nice food. If you like that sort of thing, you definitely like it. It was easy to make, it was quick to make, and I've eaten it all. So I guess that's a thumbs up for the first meal. Okay, so just a quick update. I just checked MyFitnessPal to see if they had HelloFresh recipes, and they had a Singapore chicken laksa. This is just called chicken laksa, but you know, like how different can a chicken laksa be? So that one's 770 calories, which seems a lot more accurate, I think. So like, I'm not really counting it because I thought it'd be fun to try new meals, so I'm not really counting the calories. But like, for a dinner, over 1,000 calories is just not, it just doesn't suit the way I'm trying to eat. So if that's for you, then great, but it doesn't suit the way I'm trying to eat, and I would definitely put on weight. So yeah, 700 is a lot more reasonable. Okay, so it is day 2 and it's time for the Thai style pork stir fry. I'm really excited about this one. Here's all the ingredients laid out. Again, not that many ingredients, so nothing too complicated. So I'm going to start by cooking the rice. Then I'm going to start prepping the veggies, which actually took a lot longer than I thought it would for this recipe because there was a lot of chopping. I think overall I still did it in the 20 minutes that it said, but it felt like I was chopping veg for years. I think I got like 10 minutes of footage, hence why I've sped it up so much, because that would be really boring viewing. And now I'm just going to stir fry the beans. Instead of using oil, I used Frylight just because it was what I had in the house. I don't really have oil here. So yeah, I'm just putting that in and I'm just adding the beans and stir frying them. Then I'm going to transfer them into a bowl so I can cook my pork. So I'm adding the pork mince to my big wok, which I absolutely love. I cook everything in my wok, if you can't notice. Maybe culturally inappropriate, but it's just the best pan ever. It's the best. So I think I'm just going to add the shallots, the spring onions, and well, everything. I'm just going to add everything. So I'm adding in the rest of the veg now, and I'm just going to stir fry that around with the pork. Then I'm just going to add back in the green beans from earlier and just mix that around and add all the sauces. So we've got some soy sauce going in, and then we've got my hero of the moment, Ketchup Manis, I think it's called. It is the nicest tasting thing. It made it taste like crispy beef or Wagamama or crispy beef at Wagamama. It just tasted so good. So I'm definitely going to have to see if I can buy some of this like from Tesco or something because I'm obsessed. So I'm just serving up my rice and then I'm going to pop the beef on top, even though I ended up mixing it all around when I ate it anyway, like a stir fry. You could just add the rice into the pan, I guess, but I just wanted it to kind of look like the picture, so I did it on top, but I ended up mixing it in anyway. Then I'm just adding some basil onto the top. I don't think it really needed the basil. Maybe it didn't really go. I'm just used to basil in Italian dishes, so it was a bit confusing to me. But it did make it look a bit more bougie, which I'm always down for. So yeah, I like that. So how do you think I did on this one? Do you think it looked anything like the picture? Let me know down below. I think I did well, and it was very tasty, as I'm about to tell you in the next clip. Right, so excuse the appearance, the glass is lying, the plaits. I'm basically ready for bed. It's like 9:30. But I just thought I'd talk about my second HelloFresh meal. So this meal I enjoyed much more than the first. It was delicious. Like it tasted like Wagamama's or something. Like it was absolutely gorgeous. I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm really excited to eat the second portion tomorrow because obviously I get on my own, as I think I've said. So I have leftovers, which is great because I really enjoyed it. So it's just more my kind of meal. I think it wasn't better than the other one, but it was, for me personally, it was more my kind of thing, you know. And I definitely make it again, even with like different meats. But yeah, it was so good, like so tasty. I've never had pork mince before, and I've never used, there was a weird sauce in it. There was soy sauce and another little sauce. I'll put the name on the screen. I'll have to read the packet because I've got no idea. But yeah, it was just so tasty. It tasted like crispy beef from a Chinese. That's the closest thing I can compare it with. And crispy beef's my favourite, so that is high praise indeed. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with that one. And it said it would take 35 minutes to make, and I think that's about right, to be honest. I might have done it in a bit less, really. Cooked rice for the first time. Usually I just buy the packets because it's so much easier. But yeah, I cooked rice for the first time and the instructions were really good and it went really well. Couldn't have gone better, really. I really enjoyed it and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Okay, so it is the final HelloFresh meal, pan-fried pork and lentils. So I've got all my ingredients and I'm just gonna start chopping because there's quite a lot of mushrooms to get through. But does anyone else find chopping mushrooms the most satisfying thing ever? I'm just chopping some sage as well. I'm just gonna salt and pepper the pork loins. Are they loins? The pork anyway, and I just shoved that into the grill, but I forgot to show that bit. But now I'm just stir frying the mushrooms and adding all the nice sauce and the lentils and stir frying that all around to make sure it's nice and hot. I actually did this in the wrong order, but it's fine, it all worked. So I'm adding the spinach, the creme fraiche, and mixing it all around. It looks so good. It smelled just like garlic mushrooms, which are so good. And I'm just topping it with the pork, making it look all fancy again. Well, attempting. My lentils look like more of a risotto, but it actually looked so good. And I'm about to tell you what I thought of the taste. Okay, so bear with the appearance as per yesterday and probably the day before because I constantly look rubbish because it is revision season. No one's excited. It's not excited. But what I'm here to talk to you about is the third HelloFresh meal that I made this evening. I actually ate it a few hours ago and I've been in orchestra for like 2.5 hours and I've just got back. So yeah, it's like 9:30 I think. But I do remember how the food tasted and it was gorgeous. It was so nice. The lentils were amazing. I think I'd probably make it with chicken next time. Just personal preference. I wasn't sure about the pork. I ate it all. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like you have to cut quite a lot of fat off. And I don't know, it's just not my favourite. So I think if I was going to make it again, I'd make the lentils as they were and then do them with a chicken breast instead. And that would be even better. But the lentils were gorgeous. The garlic came through. They were like nice and creamy but not like sickly. No, it was just really good and 10 out of 10 I would recommend that meal. I don't know whether they have like the recipes online. I suppose they don't, that's why you buy them. But yeah, it's just creamy lentils basically. I think I showed the ingredients. So if you did want to have a go, I'm sure you could sort of guess from that. And yeah, no, I've thoroughly enjoyed it and 10 out of 10 I would recommend it to anyone. So I'm not going to round it up now because it's just off-putting how horrific I look. So I will do my final verdict and my full-on opinions on HelloFresh tomorrow sometime. So hopefully I won't look this rubbish and yeah, we'll cut to that. So it is the end of the video now, so I'm just going to give you my final opinions on HelloFresh, my personal experience. I can't speak about anyone else. This is obviously not sponsored in any way, it's just me thinking that I would be helpful and give you my honest opinion of this box that I got. You will have had the opinions after every meal, but I just thought I'd do a quick roundup. So I loved 2 out of 3 of the meals. The chicken laksa wasn't for me, but there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. I think all the ingredients you got were really good value for money, and that goes for all of the ingredients, but this is basing it on the fact it was like around 17-18 pounds. So I thought it was really good value for money based on that. However, based on £35, I'm still not sure you get the value for money, being completely honest. But things I liked about it, the meals were delicious, like absolutely delicious. Even the chicken laksa that I said wasn't for me, I gave to my housemate because she loves things with coconut milk in, and she said it was absolutely gorgeous. So that was all personal preference, nothing to do with the meal at all. So another benefit was that you can get it delivered whenever you want, basically. They give you a time within the day, but whatever day you want. So that's really good because I get Wednesdays off, so I had mine delivered on a Wednesday to make sure I was in. It is good that you can be flexible with the number of people you want it for. However, I keep saying it, but do one for one. Just do it for me. I'll order it every week, I promise. I'll make it cheaper actually, that'd be nice. A box for one that's like £10, I would get it every week, you know I would. How well packed it was. All the food was really well packed. Everything was really fresh. Well, it's called HelloFresh, spoilers. But everything was really fresh and I really liked it. All the ingredients seemed really good quality. So I think I've just about covered everything that I found with HelloFresh. Yeah, mixed opinions obviously, but majority very good. I just wish I could afford it. Maybe when I'm working it would be absolutely ideal for when I won't have time because I'm actually working and I'll actually have the money to afford it. So maybe I will go back to it. I'm still tempted to order more boxes just to see, because the recipes for next week look amazing, but I'm gonna have to go on a spending ban if I decide to do that because I can't afford it. I'm a student trying to live the bougie lifestyle and it's just not working. But yeah, if anyone wants to donate money to their Emily HelloFresh fund, it will be gratefully received. But that's about everything I've got to say about HelloFresh. Overall, really enjoyed the experience and it was really good fun making this video for you. So I hope it was helpful, or I hope you just enjoyed watching. It's just a bit of fun. So if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on other videos on my channel. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye!